Hey guys, welcome back. It's Claytano. Thanks so much for tuning in as always. And today's video is, a little bit of an update video. I don't typically do stuff like this, but trying it out and seeing how it goes. So let me know if you like this type of content just by clicking that thumbs up button or by commenting down below saying, "Hey Clay, I like this type of content. Please do more. Please go over all of the updates and what your thoughts are." Because if you guys are interested in my thoughts, then that might be something that I can continuously put out on YouTube. It's fairly easy content just to talk about what's going on and fairly easy to upload. So if this is something that you guys like, make sure you guys let me know. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. It's the update for, I guess, 12/7, December 7th. There's a lot going on, so I'll just dive right into it and go ahead and give you guys my thoughts, what I think, where I place the new monsters, the new raids, the new arenas, the new content, all of the above. I'm super excited to talk about it. I'm super excited for a lot of the content that's coming out. And if you guys don't know already, we have an amazing Discord group that is literally popping off. I'll show you guys here, literally popping off. So many members are joining just from videos and saying, "Hey guys, join the Discord." There's a ton of Summoner's War, Chronicles, information, people just in here talking about their units, asking questions. It's literally just something that you guys should all go be a part of. Click the link in the description below, jump over there. We're already talking about the updates, the raids, and everything else. So if you guys are looking for some more community for Summoner's War Chronicles, I think it's really important. Go ahead and jump in there, discord.gg/Claytano. So as you guys can see, the update is right here. I'll leave a link to it in the description below as well. It's a little bit hard to find, so you can either find it through the game or you can click on this link. I actually had to find this link through the official Twitter for Summoner's War Chronicles, and it was able to bring me here. Hoping that you guys can see this nice and neat. I know my previous video was a little bit blurry, so I'm hoping that I fixed that issue. But as far as the updates are concerned, the Brawl Arena is the first on the list. Obviously, there's a couple other ones, but the Brawl Arena is the first one on the list. There's the Brawl Arena, and then there's the Battlefield, which I think are both going to be super fun. I watched a little bit of content from like Korea server streamers that already have this type of content, and I think it's going to be interesting. So what is it? Brawl Arena will be added where you can determine the stronger summoner while enjoying real-time battles. So this is, basically your same team, but real-time arena. Brawl Arena is real-time arena, where instead of autoing only on like what we do right now in the regular arena, you'll be able to control your units, target different things, and hopefully not get destroyed by assassins in Brawl Arena. But I'm sure there will be a meta around it, which I'll obviously make more content on and guides as I figure more of that stuff out. But it's going to be available basically in 3 increments throughout the day for 2 hours each increment. So for Eastern Standard Time, that's going to be from noon to 2 p.m., 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So those are the hours that'll be available. You'll get 5 Brawl tickets every single day, and you can recharge them and require for matchmaking. After using the default tickets, bonus tickets can be purchased up to 5 times, in fives up to 3 times. So you can purchase them in fives. Like right now, you can purchase more arena tickets in tens, but for Brawl Arena, you can purchase 5 3 times. So you can essentially get 20 Brawl Arena tickets every single day if you wanted to refresh. It's going to be more manual labor, so I'm not sure if I'll be refreshing or not. We'll see how that goes. But for now, I mean, I guess you could just go into the Brawl Arena and auto, but I'm assuming that's not going to be really a wise choice, especially if you're in Orbia. You'll just get focused down and you'll be done. Outside of that, we have the pick and ban system, which is, I think, pretty cool. So basically, you guys can, I mean, this is the general idea, but here's the more meat and potatoes. You can ban one attribute weapon from the opponent. So if you're going up against a Cleef, I would say ban the light or dark weapon. If you're going up against a Orbia, ban the dark weapon pretty much every single time. As much as it pains me to tell you guys to ban the dark weapon, just ban the dark weapon. That's going to be that. I mean, for Orbias, that's like the go-to. For Kinas, you'll either ban the dark weapon or the wind weapon. From what I'm seeing, that's what people are using most of the time is darker wind. You can also ban one attribute weapon or pick one attribute weapon to use. Also, you can change it throughout the fight. But outside of that, there's nothing really else with the, you know, with that. You will then pick four monsters alternately after banning weapons. Summoners will pick monsters alternately. The summoner with lower victory points will have pick priority. So every time you go into a match, if you're matched up against somebody who's lower rank than you, essentially, they'll get to pick first. So they pick their first monster. There's no duplicates. You'll just, they'll pick one, and if they pick your best unit, that's just the luck of the draw. So at this point, you're going to have to start building multiple units and multiple roles, so that way your strategy, no matter what gets banned, what gets picked, you'll still be able to play it. So the other interesting thing here is that both people will have four picks, but what'll happen is after the picks, you'll have to ban one of them, right? Because you can only use three plus your summoner. So now you'll ban a monster from the four selected by the opponent. It's also important to come up with a strategy predicting which monsters will be banned. So that's an interesting thing too. If you guys aren't familiar with RTA from Summoners War Sky Arena, if all of your four units are reliant on one specific unit, then you could just ban. If that unit gets banned, then you're kind of effed. If they pick a team that's reliant around one unit and you ban that one, then they're effed, right? So trying to build teams that aren't necessarily reliant on one unit. So if you're running like a cleave comp where you're trying to remove buffs, have two buff removers. If you're something that you're trying to rely off of reviving and sustain, have two sustain units, right? So kind of think of it like that, where the core of your team, if you took out one of those monsters, would you still be in a good spot? And as long as you can say yes for all four of those monsters, then you should be good to go. The other interesting thing is that there's a lot of people building the same monsters right now. So building monsters that are a little bit less common is going to be a better benefit to you, because you're going to see a lot of Bastets, you're going to see a lot of Theomars, you're going to see a lot of Tions, you're going to see a lot of Vanessas, just all these monsters that people are just building. You either take them first or they get taken from you, and if all of your runes or all of your resources are in that one monster, then it kind of will definitely hinder your performance in Brawl Arena. The other thing that I'm interested in knowing, and I'm not sure, it doesn't actually say it in this update, but if you'll be able to see the power level of the opponent's monsters while you're banning. Obviously it says, the monster with the highest power will be automatically selected if you don't pick within a certain amount of time. But does the opponent get to see the power level, and could it potentially ban the highest power unit? I feel like that would be kind of cheating. So maybe not allowing the power to be seen is probably a better thing if it is that way. The other thing too is, will you be able to switch runes out depending on what monster gets banned? I'm not sure. I think that would be a quality of life thing, which I feel like it's not necessarily about like what monster has the runes on it. It should be about your team composition and being able to switch everything around to get you, prepared for the battle, and based off of, and fighting based off of the monsters that you have left, not based off of, oh, this monster didn't have runes on it, so now I'm screwed. But, hoping that it's less about like rune depth over just your pick ban, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The other cool thing is that we'll get another Devilmon. So Brawl Seals can be obtained from the Brawl Arena, and there will be a Brawl Arena shop That'll be in addition to the arena shop that we have now, and you'll be able to get an additional Devilmon. So if you guys aren't buying Devilmons from the arena shop right now, do that every single week. Same thing with the Brawl Arena. You're going to want to buy a Devilmon. Hopefully this is a reset every single week as well. I'm assuming so. I don't see it being any different, but that's just another Devilmon. So we'll be able to get 2 per week, plus the couple from TOA and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for Brawl Arena. Super excited about that just because it gives more depth to the game, something else to look forward to and do. The other thing here is Battlefield, which I think this is super, super interesting and will probably be a lot of fun as well. So it's a 9v9 team battle game mode where you can obtain Sky Stones, which Sky Stones are obviously like really, really scarce right now in the game. If you're leveling up runes or gear, we definitely have a lack of Sky Stones. Sky Stones and gold, I think, are kind of like the 2 scarce resources for the most part. But here's all the information about entry, team battle process, and rewards. So same thing, it's going to be offset just a little bit for Brawl Arena. So, if you can't do Brawl Arena, you'll most likely do Battlefield, and then it'll kind of just be, there'll always be something to do, I guess, if you logged into the game, but you just want to try not to miss like certain things, right? So after midnight, which is typically when I play because that's like, a few hours before reset, I try to do all of my raids. So hopefully I don't miss the midnight schedule cutoff, but I'm sure I will a few times. You can enter up to 3 times using daily entries. Once you have used up all your daily entries, you can recharge entries up to 3 times. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12 times total that you can enter the battlefield. And you'll see different interface from normal fields and parties. When you enter the battlefield, a list of team members and their physical strength will be displayed at the top, and you can check the remaining time until the end of the battlefield and the score status of each team. Here are 3 ways to earn points that will determine if your team wins or loses. So first one is mining Sky Stones. You'll, I guess, just go out there, get your pickaxe ready, your legendary pickaxe, and go mine Sky Stones. And then they start unrefined, and then you can go refine them to actually turn them into points for your team. And then if you're on your way back to refine your Sky Stones, but you happen to get deleted by another summoner, you'll drop all your Sky Stones. So you can steal all unrefined Sky Stones by defeating an opponent. You can earn kill points and prevent the opponent team from earning refining points. However, if you defeat a protected summoner, they won't drop their Sky Stones. The interesting thing about a protected summoner is if they get killed 5 times, basically they're just getting farmed the entire game, and you won't get any more rewards. So if they're like a weak link and they just get destroyed 5 times, then what are you going to do? You're not going to get any points from them. The victory conditions are reaching 50,000 points. Higher points when the battle ends also wins, and then first team to reach the points if points are equal. So I'm assuming if time runs out, points are equal, then it just keeps going until one of the teams gets to 50,000. The winning team will earn Sky Stones and Victory Seals. There's also going to be a participation reward for all the summoners who play, and then there's going to be MVP rewards for rank 1, 2, and 3. And you can only obtain rewards if your score is higher than 1,000 points. So if you just jump into the battlefield, don't do anything, hoping to get rewards for participation, you got to at least participate to get participation rewards. I'm not sure how hard it will be to get 1,000 points, but hopefully you guys aren't jumping into battlefield unless you can actually, do the entire thing, because that would be upsetting if we started doing that and everybody just kind of jumped in and sat there and went AFK. That would be horrible. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Realistically, though, I think that's a really cool game mode. I'm excited to see how it plays out, and looking forward to having more people in a game together. It's kind of like a huge 9v9 battle, like literally a battlefield. Anyway, interested and excited for both of those. I do want to switch over to the Naraka Raven update as well. This is also coming out on the same update. So lots going on, lots being added to the game. But this is the there's a new monster called the Raven, and then there's a new raid boss, which is going to give better weapons, better gear. I'm assuming because based off of like um, the alchemy, what it shows, like there's a Naraka tab on the alchemy where you can actually like make better weapons. So I'm assuming it's going to be better weapons. I think that's a given. And then we've already seen a little bit of play from the Raven on the Korean server because they're a little bit ahead of us. I think their Comptos is trying to get NA caught up to where Korea is as quickly as possible. And then when EU comes out, they'll probably do the same thing, try to like get as much content out into the game for the EU players or global. I guess is a better way to look at it, not just EU but global. Get more content out quickly for them. Also give events to get everybody caught up to the same spot. Because what I'm hoping will happen is once everybody's kind of caught up in the same, all the content's released, all the same monsters are released around, all servers, Korea, global, NA, whatever. I'm hoping that they'll do some cross server stuff, whether it be PvP, Brawl Arena, even Battlefield, whatever. Just having cross server content would be fun. There's a little bit right now through raids, but for the most part, it's still not cross server. But I'm assuming that'll happen in the future once everybody's caught up together. Which I mean, this is obviously they're releasing a lot of content very rapidly, and this is just one of like 3 updates in the month of December alone. So this is the new raid boss again. Not really much going on here. It just we'll see how it plays out when it does. You can acquire the Dragon Wraith equipment set from the Medish raid. There you go, it's right there. Use the materials obtained from the raid to enhance Spirit Nightmare equipment or craft the Flamehorn outfit set. So that's pretty cool. Again, like I said, better equipment, better gear, Papa John's. New monster, Raven. So this is one that's pretty commonly used in PvP right now in the Korea server. The biggest one that most people will probably want to go for is the Fire Raven. It's the only one that's going to ignore beneficial effects, kind of like the Wind Magic Knight does right now. It also has evasion up twice and then attack speed up, which, I mean, if you're an assassin, your whole purpose is to kill, the enemy backline. And if you can ignore beneficial effects, that means whatever shields that they throw up, you're just going right through. And then if you're evading attacks and attacking faster, this just has a lot of what you're looking for. So if you guys are looking to save summons for the banner that's going to be released here, you'll probably end up wanting to go for the fire attribute. It seems like all of them are going to be assassin type monsters. Raven is a powerful assassin type monster. So like other families of monsters have some that are like different classes, but it appears that all of them are going to be assassins, which is also not super fun for Orbia players out there in PvP. Hoping that there's a little bit of an AI update, which Korea also got an AI update, which means like if it's not an AI update for assassins, but it affects assassins quite a bit, and I'm hoping that it comes out in this update on the 7th as well, which is it'll take your archers and warriors, the classes, archer and warrior classes, and they'll prioritize assassin monsters first. So like right now it's kind of dumb because if the other team has an assassin, they don't get targeted by anything. They just literally come in, and while you're attacking like the invincible cleave or whatever, they'll just be, slowly chipping away at your HP, and there's really nothing you can do about it, even though they're super squishy and you can just kill them. But right now, that's how it is. Hopefully, they'll update the archers and the warriors to focus them first if they happen to start attacking them or your summoner or whatever it is, because that has already happened in Korea. So hoping that they do that. in NA soon as well. Um, Outside of that, as far as your skill sets, I don't. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of other play from water or wind. So wind looks like it has defense penetration damage, which is always pretty nice as well. But I think beneficial ignoring for the current meta is actually better than defense penetration damage. The light one has a spell, shield, stun, evasion up, continuous recovery. You know, great recovery received down. So light and darks, I'm not sure if they would actually be better than the fire one because it doesn't look like they have beneficial effect, ignore damage. But we'll see the skills and the multipliers and probably do a more bigger video breakdown on the Ravens, kind of like I did for the Pioneers. Because I think a lot of you guys liked that video of like which Pioneer you should choose. So we'll go over that too. But outside of that, that's pretty much it for this update. Things I'm most excited for, hopefully the AI update for targeting assassins. Hoping that comes because it sucks as an Orbia player out there right now in PvP. But I think I finished like 8th or ninth last week, yesterday, which is okay, but I feel like I can do better than 8th or ninth. I want to get up in the top 3, and with an Orbia, it's a little difficult. So working on that. Excited for the AI update if that comes. Other things that I'm excited about are I'm excited to try Battlefield. I think it'll be fun, but I think it'll kind of be a chore after a while. It's not necessarily as like uh, I guess battle focused as I thought it would. It seems like there's, some more focus on mining sky stones, which is kind of like I'm not really sure about that specifically, but I'm excited to try it and see how I like it after I try it. I'm not gonna give it a full like thumbs down just yet. I'm gonna wait to see how it goes. Also, I'm sure with it will come like a whole new meta of monsters because it looks like you can actually it looks like you can use your monsters in that as well, which is I thought originally it was just like your summoner and nobody else, but it looks like in the pictures they have like a couple monsters with them. So might be a whole new meta for that. Maybe Hathor will come into play, putting people to sleep and then running away from them. I mean, that might be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. Uh, and then for Brawl Arena is probably what I'm most excited about. I love, PvP. However, I'm also kind of nervous that I'm just going to get destroyed because of being in Orbia. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might need to build some, I might need a 15 AMI Chloe or something. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get focused and destroyed, and that'll be GG before the game even starts. But outside of that, guys, let me know your thoughts about this update in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. Jump in the Discord if you haven't already by now. Again, dropping a link in the description below so you guys can check that out. Of course, keep in mind that there's going to be a new, I'm going to put a new tier list out as well, which is going to go along with the Ravens. So anytime there's a new monster, we'll update the tier list, and you guys will be able to see kind of how everything shakes out, including having the tier list, be Brawl Arena specific, Battlefield, anything else that might happen. So look forward to that. As always, thanks for watching. Stay soupy, don't be potatoes, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.